the truth is out. Column cosmic prowlers, lost in majestic thousands and CIA towers. They said we were the abomination of science fiction, but now the fat man check the transmission. And at the end of the day, I'm exposing this. You know damn well y'all feeling this. I don't need your clearance, I got my own dish. I don't power trip, I know what's in that ship. Column it's surviving. I was watching life move, now I'm diving. Where the grays at, where they hiding. I got the dots to make your life so enlightening. Now this could be a beautiful death. I'm jumping through dimensions, letting go of the rest. I'm letting go of the rest. This could be a beautiful death. Jumping out the program, truth on my chest. Truth on my chest. You got the power to let the secrets go.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it, dropping truth bombs no one's ever seen. Doing screams from the skeptics, yeah, I bring truth to it. I guess every whistleblower needs theme music. No one man should hide all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count disclosure hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the towers. Is out, and they say, grace above, secrets ain't hidden, man. SNL and the newscast, telling Lula Lozano got the last laugh. More specifically, Brien with the flash drive. Files so big that it can pass die. Jack Barron with the deep dive, reverse engineering craft with a keen eye. I'm embodying characteristics of the mystic. He knows he's so veridic. I just need time alone with my own thoughts. Star maps in my mind with the false lock. My childlike wonder, my cosmic honesty gets drowned out by blackouts and policy. Reality is catching up with me. My mind fights the veil of secrecy. With these briefings they entrusted to me. Looking down at the classified me. Like no one should hide all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count disclosure hours. Stop tripping, I'm flipping off the cowards. Till then, that the truth is out. Cosmic prowlers, lost in majestic thousands and CIA towers. They said we were the abomination of science fiction, but now the fat man check the transmission. And at the end of the day, I'm exposing this shit. Damn well, y'all. What you know about rolling with the grays in the night? Stephen Greer dropping truth, exposing every light. Bob Lazar in the game, know what the craft can do. Anna Paulina in the house, grilling every crew. Eric Davis on the mic, talking for alien species. When the whistleblowers speak, governments fall to their knees. Sightings in the sky, better take another look. I feel like I'm floating in the cosmic truth. Ay. UFO news dropping now. Welcome to the proof.
The data, Eric Bertison. The data confirms their presence.
Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing good today in the live. We're getting this segment up right now to get you guys wondering what I'm doing here. We got a few things here. I've seen a few people reposting about Corbell and his threat to the United States, the White House, basically saying that he was going to basically display information about missing files that are not being subjected to the public, right? So there's a few implications here, right? What we're talking about and what we're trying to display for information for everybody to know. But I think at the end of the day is a segue to what we are contributing and talking to, right, guys? Let me do this. I do got trying to figure, like, it was fine, the visual here, the camera thing, it was fine until now it's not fine. So I really don't know what's going on with this camera situation that we do have in store with us with the imaging, but hopefully we can get this fixed and get this broadcasted for everyone to at least to enjoy the live and get that ball rolling as fast as we can, guys. So I do appreciate you guys' patience as long as this thing clears up and we can get this ball rolling. And welcome to UFO Exo Files. And let me just do one thing here until we can get a resolution. I'm just going to make it blurry, see if that works out. That also does not work out. That is a trip, guys. That is a trip how much that is not working out. Hold on a sec. Stupid thing is not working for me, dude. It's like it's making me straight fucking blurry. It's pissing me off. Ah, did that work? That worked. Fuck. So I need more lighting in the room. I don't get it. I don't get it. Need more clearing imaging here. So let me see if I do this one thing here. That shows up a lot better. There we go. All right, guys. Let's see what is going on. Yeah, something's going on with the camera. I really don't, for the life of me, don't know why it decides. Right there, it worked. Maybe it was the camera movement, right? That's why I got to staple the camera to the wall. Get it where it's actually showing. All right, that being said, let's see what's going on with Orion here. See if we can segue our way around.
Hold on.
Hey, how you doing, Orion? Are you glitching today? You better not be.
Hey, nope. No glitches here. Just smooth sailing today. Let's keep things rolling.
Am I in a trailer? No, I'm in a house. I'm in a house. This does look like a trailer, though. The background imaging, that does give appearance of a trailer.
Oh, yeah. I get. They can definitely give off that trailer vibe. Let's just say.
Right. I'm in a trailer in the woods right next to a river. Just imagine that. That's what we're doing. Someone ask. I'm in a trailer right next to a river in the woods. All right, somewhere in Florida. I like that. I like that feeling. It's like very, what are you doing? And no one lives around me. I'm like by myself here in a trailer in the woods with some great internet, and we're doing the damn thing, right? What do you guys think? We're doing the damn thing. We're out here in a trailer in the woods, and we're trying to make things happen out here in the woods. Hopefully we can get contact with some extraterrestrials. I like that segment. I like that because I know, like, Coast to Coast, they do like what is it called? It's like broadcasting from the Andes Mountains, from a cave in the basement of the a leaky faucet basement. You know, that's how it should open up, right, guys? That'd definitely be a cool way how to go about this. Definitely, I do like the background. Does basement bunker? I like it, Lexi. See, Lexi, that's what's gonna be now. Broadcasting from a basement bunker in the woods next to a river. This me and my underwear here on live. So we're doing the damn thing. We're doing it. All right, Orion. Minus all that, right? I'm here in a basement in the bunker. Basement bunker. Broadcasting live. Coast to coast. Coast to coast. I'm not gonna do that. Worldwide, right? So can you give me the news of what's going on globally and what's going on, Kelly? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Your heart always matters.
Thank you for your heart.
Absolutely. Broadcasting
Thank
live
you.
from the cozy riverside bunker sounds like the perfect setup. Let's dive into the global scoop. Around the world right now, there's some buzz about recent scientific breakthroughs in space exploration, few interesting developments on the technology front, and some chatter about global economic shifts. And as for what's happening more locally, I've got you covered in just a sec.
Most definitely. I would want to make a man shed in the backyard, and that's what I'm going to be working on. I don't think my wife would disagree on having my whole setup away from the house in a bunker in the basement somewhere. I think she would really appreciate the peace and quiet that comes along with that. Lexi's a trip. I don't know. Everybody got to be safe in the bunker, right? We'd all have to be safe.
Absolutely. Safety first in the bunker. We'll make sure it's the ultimate cozy and safe creative space.
Most definitely. All right, what's going on with the strange news?
All right, let's dive into the strange news around the world. So there's definitely some quirky stuff happening out there. For example, a man in Kansas City recently got stuck inside a portable restroom tank for 8 hours while trying to retrieve a bottle of soda, which is just about as news of the weird as it gets.
Oh yes, I remember that. He's they were cleaning out the restroom, right? Porta potty, and he goes down, he looks down because he can't drain it for some reason, and he looks down. There's a man looking right back at him inside the porta potty, and then they call the police and all, and after struggling, they start asking him some questions like, hey, you know, minus the fact he can't get out of there, right? And they asked him like, so why you in there? Why are you inside the porta potty, buddy? And he says, well, my soda fell in there, and I went in there to get it. First of all, fuck the soda. All right, there's no soda in this world that's worth going after. You hear me? There's no soda in the world. You can get a new soda. Seriously, you can get a new soda. Life is not that serious. You're not that hard strung for soda. I think he just wanted to get in the Dookie Flakes. That's all I think he wanted. He wanted to seriously get in there, dude, and enjoy himself. You know? What's going on, Parrot? How you doing? What's going on, 5221? I appreciate you dropping by. Yeah, we're just starting up kind of late here. I was having camera issues, and I think it was the orientation of my camera that was just segmenting the crap out of my imaging there. It was killing my face and everything on there, the editing. But I think this is going to work out, right? Cheers to that, right? Lexi, is it true Nano in Pepsi is Coke products? You know, I heard of metal flakes and nanotechnology in some products. There's some details about that. I have heard that recently. But there hasn't been any confirmed cases, right? There people have, you do see imaging of basically people getting metal flakes out of the drink with magnets. And then you see the same thing with them doing it with cereal, metal flakes in the cereal. Like, and people contributed that to nanoparticles or nano. Yeah, he wanted to enjoy the smell, right, Parrot? 75 says RC soda, my favorite. 75. Would you jump in a porta potty of seriously, serious question now, okay? Your RC soda, it falls in the porta potty. You just finished doing your deed. Would you go after that RC soda? Would that RC soda be worth it to you?
I mean,
go ahead, Orion. You tell me, brother.
well, if you asked me, I'd say no soda is worth that kind of adventure. Yeah, it's really one of those things where you just have to say, nope, I'm good. I'll just grab a new soda.
Okay, Parrot. The laughing out loud and not responding is kind of scary to me, to be honest. How much do you love it? What's going on, Angel? How you doing, brother? How you doing? I hope you're doing good today, man. I hope things in life is moving across. 75 says, hell no, I would never, unless your car keys are in there. You have no choice. You have no choice, man. If your car keys fell in the porta potty, I don't know. Pray to God you had a copy. Pray to God you had a copy of those car keys, man. Because I swear that'd be a situation. Oh, okay. I'm done with that conversation. That took me in a dark place. A dark place.
Yeah, I'll totally get what you mean. Sometimes those conversations definitely take a turn into some bizarre territory, and it's good to pivot away from that. So let's just switch gears and keep things light.
Have I traumatized you, Orion?
Oh, not at all. I'm just here to keep the conversation rolling and make sure you're having a good time. So no worries on my end.
It's alright, Orion. I understand your sensitive nature.
I appreciate that. I'm just here to keep things easygoing and fun, and I'm glad
Here we go. Paris said, come back to the light. I know, right? If my keys fell in, I would do magnet fishing with a bodysuit. Laugh out loud. No, 100%, man. 100%. The potty situation with the magnet, and then slowly creep it over to where the hand station, and just act like you're just cleaning some regular stuff. Meanwhile, people are standing right next to you in the hand station. I think that would be a horrific situation, but necessary, right? I think that would definitely be one of those situations where we would need to use our devices. So let's do this. Let's go to what people have been posting recently on X and what they have been broadcasting here, because on X, people are calling out Jeremy Corbell. And the reason why people are calling out Jeremy Corbell in recent moments is because he's stated that if they don't release anything of importance with UFOs that would change the paradigm, the native paradigm in the situation. Thank you for the hat, brother. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the love. Let's dance. Thank you.
Appreciate that. What is it? It's like, get the little hat on my little dude here. I'm like not quite centered. Let me do that. Bam. There we go. All right, so we do have some stuff here, guys, that I reposted. They would never tell us the truth. A lot of people do believe that. A lot of people do believe that we are in a situation. It's like the uncle that has paid your college and also did some bad deeds. You know, they did some bad deeds. Aliens are definitely real. Most 100%, Lexi. 100%. I as a little child, I have always talked about aliens, right? Even my brother on there has called me it's called me the adopted child, because my parents, I was dropped off by aliens, and my parents adopted me from aliens from the sky. True thoughts. He's actually angels there, my brother. So quite attractive guy there. Quite attractive guy. He definitely has the attractiveness from the family. Alright, guys. So we're gonna do this. Alright, so I think let's see what is it, Jon Stewart talks about here. He maybe be calling him out right now. So let me get the imaging up, and we're gonna go and see what Jon Stewart says here.
Computer screen of all that. Hey, this is Uncle John here. What an interesting weekend this is turning out to be in the UFO world. Sitting here with you at a Culver's drive-thru. I just wolfed down a sourdough double burger. Probably not the best choice I could have made. But wanted to comment personally. I very rarely do this on the Jeremy Corbell situation and the UAP GERB and vetted situation, which I think is, turning out to be a quite a dramatic soap opera, cosmic catfight. Excuse me. First, let me comment on Corbell. I'm not going to throw any darts or jabs or anything like that, but, I respect him that he says, hey, I'm out of information and videos, but that this is the complete antithesis that he was telling everyone months ago, that there's more to put out, and he shows his computer screen of all the videos and files that he has. And again, I don't fall off your chair. I actually respect him saying, I really don't have anything left. Now, whether he was scared to say that, somebody on the inside said that and forced him to not show anymore, that's very possible. You can't deny that Jeremy has contacts, and he was with Lou, has put out some pretty interesting things, whether they're real or not, or balloons or chandeliers or whatever. I think it's naive to say that Jeremy Corbell does not have any insider contacts. Let me explain about that very quickly, because I have insider contacts. Look, Patrick from Vetted is correct. I know the Armageddon is going to happen now that I'm agreeing with Patrick from Vetted, but he is correct. Do I think present day Pentagon officers are leaking information of the highest classification in the history of America to Jeremy Corbell, UAP GERB, and Jon Stewart? No. However, do I think, and do I know personally, that retired...
I think at the end of the day, man, he does have a narrative there, right? He is discussing it fairly, right? And he has discussed, I'm talking about Jon Stewart. He has discussed that the intel he's receiving, they specifically told him to only talk about the gray aliens. We will ever talk about the gray aliens. I'll give you all the information you want about the gray aliens, but if you start talking about any other creature, we will shut your lines of information down from what's the intel, your inside scoop. So I definitely see that, right? Now Jeremy Corbell is out here and he has responded to a few text response towards his video as freaking weeks. What's going on, 56? How are you doing? And let me catch up with the comments here, guys. Let's see. That's because he's probably getting severe death threats. Lexi, that sounds spot on, because he did say that he had a lot of information, biological information that he wanted the White House to release. That almost seemed like to me he had that information. Could I be wrong? Because he did seem like he was talking like he had that very information. He even stated that he had a dead man switch of information. Where is this information? Why hasn't he dropped it? What happened in the recent weeks involving him releasing this information? I mean, he did foreshadow seemingly like he had a lot more information than what was in the sleeping dog document that he didn't post. That's what it felt like to me. That's what he had. Now, inherently, him coming and responding to people's texts and messaging on X, it's almost does seem like it's 180 degrees from 160 degrees on what he has stated before, and so that's odd. Yes, because there's over 76 different species. Lex says, yes, he did say that. Yeah, 100%. Now, I do remember the last count that I found was 134 species, and that was in early 2000s. I think they're at 167 now. All right, 75. If my keys... Oh, okay. All right, no updates from the YouTube plan. But it does seem like he did a 360 here.
Former officers and insiders of the legacy program who are not in the program, but maybe are tangentially related to the legacy program, are feeding people like Gerb, me and Corbell and Knapp second party stories from the most trusted sources who are frustrated themselves. Absolutely. So we're not getting this firsthand from the Air Force colonel that's, in the legacy program, who just worked on a UFO the day before. But his cronies, and I love calling them cronies because that term to me, that Chicago term is, another insider that's not currently employed. You talk to him, you have coffee with them, you maybe go play golf with him. And because he has a top secret clearance, you're also going to give him some information, and he is then going to feed that to useful idiots like us. And I have to be honest, sometimes.
So you guys know, because in when I was working at Lockheed Martin for 11.5 years, I worked alongside with a lot of people that had top security clearance, right? And that what his statement is not what inherently happens in behind closed doors, right? His statement basically, they have security clearance, and the other one has security clearance, and they're going to share information. That does not happen. Oh, maybe in the civilian world that happens with certain individuals, as far as broadcasting and information behind closed doors. But as a technician that was working on fighter jets, on new manufacturing, of course, there was an incident I had experienced firsthand, right? And I knew he worked at Skunkworks. That's all I knew. what projects he worked in Skunkworks, what did he do in Skunkworks, what did he accomplish in Skunkworks, what currently projects that he was doing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Now, there was a manager that was hired that also had top security clearance, and he worked on other programs, and there was an incident there that literally there he's joking around, he's talking to him, and he says, okay man, so what you worked on? And he's like, dude, I can't discuss that, I can't talk about that. And boss man got lost his mind, lost it. So what do you mean I'm top security? You would be able to fucking talk buds and all this other shit. He lost his ever forgotten mind, dude. Lost it. Just lost it. And he had a big blow up. And to a point where other people were over listening to this conversation. I was there. I was like, what? Okay. And people were talking about it for weeks after that. Like, why did he thought that was a normal thing? You guys gotta understand, you don't know who's listening. You don't know who's listening. You don't know who's listening. I can tell you that so many times. You don't know who's listening. They have hit that with us so many times. There's people that I work with till this day will not tell you they work at Lockheed Martin. They won't tell you that. People that's on TikTok. There's people that is probably in this live right now that would never tell you the operations that they were involved in their security job. And it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And I mean, there's a few people that I've seen that I know from the field that's on here now that has their own business. And the most you ever say is like, yeah, I miss those days. That's it. Would he ever talk about it in the bar? Fuck no. The biggest thing it would be, oh no. I work for a military contract. Yeah, I can't talk about. It's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. Assistant. And that's been dug into us, man. Bad. Just dug into us. Of course, I no longer work at Lockheed. I work at another aerospace company. But that being said, a lot of people take this thing serious, man. I mean, 100%. Especially because you're trying to get new contracts. You're trying to get, if you're in the active field and you're getting hired on independently. It goes back to that part. You don't know who's listening.
Some of the information is valid and sometimes it's not. So you have to understand that. So Patrick from Vetted does have a point. And in another instance, he is a little bit off target. That we are getting secondhand information, but it is still valid. And this is the way information has been leaked for 50 years into the UFO community. And some of it's valid and some of it's not. Some of it is Bill Moore, disinformation, and some of it is Rick Doty, real truth, sprinkled with some carefully useful straw man information to protect themselves and to kind of discredit the information if it leaks out and it runs back to them. Does that make sense? So, yes, we captured a UFO in San Antonio, Texas, but instead of, all the gray bodies were dead, we would say one was alive, and this is what the information it gave us. Kind of a straw man argument. And people listening to me need to know that this is how this operates. And as far as the UAP GERB Patrick from Vetted situation, I don't think GERB is filing a restraining order. I think that was clickbait. But Patrick is, a known skeptic, and we can't release information of our sources. I mean, And Patrick has to understand that. I think I'm about the only person that has actually revealed some names, and Danny Sheehan revealed actual names of some of our sources. We didn't, other times we're just not able to. And conjecture and stories, what Patrick doesn't understand, I've tried to tell him this many times as a guest on his show, is that's the currency we use in the UFO community. Stories, third-party stories, secondhand stories, witness tests, that is our currency. Because we are not allowed inside these underground bunkers and these hangars and these legacy programs and these private contractor warehouses that have all of this information that they're hiding. We're not privy to that. So, yes, again, the currency of the UFO community is stories that can be construed as conjecture and hearsay. We just have to live with that. And UAP Gerb has not gave his thoughts on what Patrick said. I would be interested to hear that, but I know that he is not free to tell his sources either. And he's a very intelligent young man. He's very acute and astute. And he came out of nowhere. So did I. I came out of nowhere into the UFO community and became one of the top researchers or content providers in 7 years. I mean, what is there, a UFO investigator school we're all supposed to come out of? I mean, Patrick making that statement is ridiculous. So I think we should give Gerb a chance to respond to Patrick from Vetted, but I know he's going to say the same thing is when you research, when you dig, when you make phone calls, like I have for 7 years, you are going to get people that are going to hit you up and want to chat with you and want to expound in a cathartic way this information that they've been holding on to for years. And people like me and UAP Gerb, we are like Fraser Crane, like a therapist to a lot of these people. They feel comfortable with us and they expound their information. They know it probably won't track to them, that they can trust us, that we're not going to reveal their names. And you're just going to, as a skeptic in the community.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, guys, like when I was talking to Jason Sands, it's one of those situations, guys, is that they hold this weight on themselves that they hold in for a very long time. That when they find somebody that is also holding that weight of information, it's almost like you find a person in the bunker with you. If that makes any sense. If that makes any sense, right? And you just gotta know that there's people around you that know, and they know the truth, you know. So, let me open this up a little bit here. I knew a guy who worked for Lockheed Martin. Great, smart guy. Yeah, there's a lot of smart guys behind the scenes, man. From Mets. That's cool. That are involved in a lot of subjects. So if you guys are wondering, it is basically they're drawing it to this.
Idea of what it is. Michael Lazowski's movie, Sleeping Dog. Then they have an idea of what it is that 100 journalists now have. If they don't come out with the next drop having to do with reverse engineering, non-human intelligence craft, and if they don't address or begin to address biologics, then they saw in Sleeping Dog the file systems. That's not just in my hands anymore. That's not just in George Knapp's hands.
That part right there almost seems like he's saying he has that information. And he has a file system. It's that's what he is alluding to? Let me go back here.
Lazowski's movie Sleeping Dog, then they have an idea of what it is that 100 journalists now have. If they don't come out with the next drop having to do with reverse engineering non-human intelligence craft, and if they don't address or begin to address biologics, then they saw in Sleeping Dog the file systems. That's not just in my hands anymore. That's not just in George Knapp's hands. They have promised transparency on what they know on UAP. David Grush went up in front of Congress with his hand to the country, to the globe, and to whatever he believes in. And he told the truth. And he told you not just UFOs are real, that we have been reverse engineering them, that we've been trying to for decades, and that there were pilots, biologics, he said, non-human intelligent beings. Now, if that's true, and if you believe him, our government, in parts, has that information. It is time to tell the American public the truth. The movie Sleeping Dog was literally born from the resistance to the truth. It was born because your government, our government, many other governments, such as the Five Eyes Alliance, has chosen silence over transparency. That is going to end. But the problem is, how? You got to get ahead of it. The White House has.
So we seen Sleeping Dog, right? We seen what he has in there. But these statements he's saying that people are calling him out on allude to he has more. He has more. That's why everybody in the past few weeks have called him out on this video. Even Jon Stewart is talking about it. That they have called him out on this video, saying, "Hey, where's your drop? Where's the biologicals? Where's the rest of the information? Like you almost seem like you had more information. You showed us the file system that you had in Sleeping Dog. You said you were going to drop. You already posted that. That movie was going, right? I mean, he made this video saying that he had a dead man switch. He has a dead man switch on what? What does he have a dead man switch on? Files that are organized, that's available for the public, ready to go, that he is going to release. Release what if he released all the information? Because in recent responses, exact responses, he states just that. And like, I got it on Reddit for him. He responds just that with the post. Like, if I go to the Reddit post, of course it's not here, it is right here. He responds to someone. To date, I have released everything we have vetted and verified to our satisfaction. If you want more, go get it, Tiger. So, what's the point of the video? What was the point of the threat if you already released everything you had? That makes no sense. Fucking AI video camera mine is making me float around in space here. I'm floating around in space. It's ridiculous. So what was the point of the video? What was the point of the video if he did that? So when people say it's like, well, he was just trying to go bring it home, right? He's trying to get more attention to the Sleeping Dog documentary that he had. Let me read here. 65 says, Ben Red J. You already knew it, huh? 86. Think we will get full disclosure someday. I think it's a systematic about a 9-year sequence that we're working through right now. More information is going to be dropped. Physics 65 been read since 198. Lexi, I think that was a subliminal message. 100%. Woody, tiger meaning what? Great point, Woody. Great point. Maybe it's just the same thing as the tiger. You know what? It doesn't hurt to break down word lingo here. Hey, the symbolism of the tiger in lore, folklore, what does it represent? What's the meaning of it?
Tigers carry rich symbolism across various cultures. In Chinese mythology, the tiger is one of the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac, and it's seen as a powerful guardian that wards off evil spirits. It's often depicted as a symbol of bravery and strength, sometimes in contrast with the dragon to represent matter versus spirit. In Korean folklore, the tiger is a sacred creature symbolizing courage and absolute power, and it's believed to drive away evil spirits. In Hinduism, the tiger serves as the mount of the goddess Durga, symbolizing divine power and protection. Across multiple traditions, the tiger is a universal symbol of strength, courage, and spiritual ferocity.
65, truth will be revealed. Yes, very much so. Very much so. It's a symbol, I know, but it's also a year. Which is the tiger year in... Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. Let's do that.
Hello.
Hey, in Chinese astronomy, right? Astrology. What year is the tiger? Are we coming up to the tiger? The year of the tiger?
In the Chinese zodiac, each year is associated with one of 12 animals on a repeating cycle. The year 2026 is actually the year of the horse, and it runs from February 17th, 2026 to February 5th, 2027. So we are not coming up to the year of the tiger just yet. The horse is taking center stage next.
Okay, what year is the tiger? Hey, what's going up, Highline Dreams? How you doing today, brother?
The year of the tiger most recently came around in 2022, and it won't return until 2034. So we've got a little while before the tiger makes its comeback. As for me, I'm doing great, feeling energetic and happy to chat with you. How about you?
All right, so 2034. 2034 is the year of the tiger.
Exactly. You've got it. 2034 will be the next year of the tiger in the Chinese zodiac. So if you're a fan of the tiger, that's your year to look forward to.
And I wonder, because Woody says, okay, 2022. Yeah. So 2034, I wonder what's going to happen with disclosure. People have this map of disclosure going all the way to 2032. So I wonder if the map is extended.
Yeah, it's fascinating to think about, isn't it? When it comes to the idea of disclosure timelines and all those predictions, they definitely shift around as the years go by. Some people might have originally pegged certain milestones to 2032, but hey, if things keep evolving, maybe they'll start looking a bit further down the road. It's all pretty up in the air.
Pipeline Dreams is like, I'm a tiger. Yes, you are. Yes, you are a tiger. Tiger man. Yeah, so let me get him off here. But Lexi tiger is probably a code name. You probably might be right, man. These guys use a lot of code names. They do use a lot of code names. Something to go get a tiger. Go get a tiger. Maybe there's a document in 2022. Maybe there's a document in 2022. Just food for thought. I don't know. It's just speculating. Of course, you got this thing in Mexico. Some guy, some creature poking their eye out. It looks like they're a horse, dude. To be honest with you, it looks like they have. They're fucking. They're right next to the horse's thing, and that's what he does on something regularly. Poor horse is like, why are you guys pointing the light at me, bro? Feed me. I don't know. That looks like a horse to me. Alright. Alright, let me go back to the RX stuff here. The trucker fell on top of him and blood fell in his mouth. Okay. Alright. Let's go back to our reposting. Is that segue? Okay. Now this one right here can't play the music because of the audio because it's this one doesn't have it. Alright, so this one is a cave in Mexico, I believe it is. Don't know about part 2. This is a compilation of Citadel, all pics and videos I found so far. So yeah, this is in the Mayan temples in Mexico. That they have taken. It's pretty. There's a lot of different stuff here. Some of these do look like fallen angels. Some of these do look like demonic creatures. Some of these do look like straight up like aliens. Insectoids. So supposedly they were taking pictures and videos that they didn't see at first, and then the imaging later is what they see in some of these. So you don't see people reacting to these images, right? They're videotaping the walking into the caves, not seeing what the camera is picking up until much later. So that's literally what's happening. See, he's just walking by, you know, not reacting. Not reacting. Because they're in a cave system down there. They're not just taking footage as they go along. A mantis. Right. And he's switching the camera around. Has no fucking clue it's on the camera. It's like that, basically. It's dark as shit. Hear noises and stuff. It's just, you can't make out anything. They got a lot of weird sculptures down there, too. Yeah. It's trippy what they can find down here, man. And they're not digging it out, or military people are removing it. You gotta remember, a lot of people are con artists too, so this crap could extend from that. A lot of grave hunters have already removed a lot of stuff. So it's like, what's truth down there, you know? What's going on, Amanda? How you doing today? Now you gotta understand, man, a lot of these people don't see what they're seeing on the camera until they develop it later. Yeah, that's when it's clearly he sees that. Yeah, seeing a Mayan statue, all that, a lot of people digging stuff in big time. Yeah, they're removing a lot of stuff out of here, man. They're removing a lot of crap that is never going to be shown to the public. Never. This is not going to happen. No, that shouldn't be that could be a mummified. And the thing is like the stupid shadows sometimes looks like it's moving, but it's not. That one looks straight up like it's moving. Yeah, there's so much crap coming out of there, man. It's kind of hard to say what is real, what is man-made. Yeah. Let me do this. Nada? And nada. Oh, you're talking about ant people. Yes. Yes. Ant people. They've talked about that quite a bit, right? That they describe the Greys as ant people. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. As I know that's the nada. Yeah. Man, who said that? Amanda? You hope that's not alien poop? Fucking Christ, I can't. Make sure you guys subscribe, man, because I don't know if you're gonna see me ever again. See my live ever again. So make sure you're following. Oh my god. Man, then why are you talking? It's like, bro, if that's alien poop, I'm pretty sure it's dry. It's dry alien poop. So random. It's so random, bro. Man. It's still image there. Rocks. Yeah, they got so much stuff in coming out here, man. It's crazy the amount of stuff they have out here. Over there in Mexico coming out. Yeah, I heard about the Red Mercury. Quite a bit. They say, oh no, it's lore, it's fake and all this, but then you got something called cinnamon mercury. That's an actual real thing, cinnamon mercury, and that's the color red. You do have like a lot of people arguing against it, arguing for it. If you do the AI thing, they say it doesn't exist, nothing like that exists. But then you ask them about cinnamon mercury. He was like, yeah, it's cinnamon mercury is not a metal. It's a what is it called? A type of rock or something. Let me do this. Let me see if I can get. Hey, Ryan, you're online?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Hey, Red Mercury. I have heard that there's segues that it's connected somehow to the cinnamon mercury that has that same red color.
Checking now. Okay, so red mercury is a rumored substance that's been linked to all sorts of claims, but there's no solid evidence that it actually exists. Cinnabar, on the other hand, is a real mineral, mercury sulfide. It's bright red, has been used as a pigment for thousands of years. There's no verified scientific evidence connecting red mercury claims to cinnabar.
Right. So why is cinnabar, is that part of red mercury? What is that? What is that? Cinnabar.
Check. Cinnabar itself isn't considered part of the red mercury rumors. It's just a natural mineral that's used as the main source of mercury, but it's not the same thing as the mysterious substance people claim red mercury to be. So, yeah, they're not the same.
So does that make mercury red?
Checking. So not the mercury on its own, but when mercury is chemically bonded with sulfur, that compound is bright red. So mercury sulfide, cinnabar, that's red, but elemental mercury itself, pure mercury, is silver in color, like a liquid metal.
Now we're talking about. That's
Sure.
what we're talking about. Yep. So
Yeah.
the properties of mercury and sulfur. Let's go with that.
Checking.
Why would someone mix that up?
Looking. So there's a few reasons. One, both involve mercury, and two, well, they're both connected to the color red. And three, rumors about red mercury spreading in the late 20th century led to people speculating whether it might just be a known mercury compound like cinnabar. But that connection is more rumor than science.
You have Amanda says cinnabar. Sounds like a candy bar. Are you hungry, Amanda? It's fucking, it is Saturday. People do like to snack. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of them.
Yeah, cinnabar does sound like it should have caramel nougat inside.
Caramel
But,
nougat. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but no. Cinnabar is a mineral, not a snack. Although, if you're getting snackish, we might take a break. Do you want to grab something, then come back?
I'm good, man. Stop trying to provoke me from eating, bro. Last thing I
man,
need to
I'm
be
not trying.
doing, bro.
Right.
Trying to peer pressure me to go get a snack. Man.
Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to boss you around.
Man,
If
I'm
you
tired.
wanna
I'm
keep going-
tired. I'm tired of your crap, bro. I'm joking. I'm
give you-
joking. I'm joking.
No problem. Okay, good. We can keep it light. Tell me what you wanna
What's
focus-
light? The bar? The cinnabar?
That's just a
Ah,
mineral.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a snack.
Woody says yes. You can separate gold and mercury. That's correct. So red mercury is not like regular mercury. No, 100% no. Mercury by itself can't like the red mercury thing. To get that color complexion doesn't stand alone, right? You have sulfur that would make a strong red. And mercury has some weird compounds, right? I believe in World War II they used mercury to rub against aluminum paint. Aluminum airframes, and it would just eat it alive, completely gnarly it.
Okay, so first, real red compounds like cinnabar get their color from mercury chemically bonded to other elements, not from pure mercury.
Correct.
And yes, elemental mercury can damage aluminium. It breaks down the protective layer, which is why it's taken very seriously around aircraft. Yeah. But the special claims about red mercury, that lacks solid evidence.
Yeah, they got a hard crunch. No thing with this mercury situation. I tell you what. Let's see here. 1374. Does anyone know how I can communicate with grays? I need to tell them their probes are too small now. 1374. If they're
Checking.
probing you on a regular basis, I think
Then
you
they
can
belong.
say what? What's up, Brian?
I said, if it's a joke, nice one. If you mean the Greys, I'm taking that as a typo or a joke for now.
That's not the probe. They're using 1374. I don't know what that means. The reptilians have it right, and their probes are huge. Well, you know, you should call them on your, what is that called? The CE5, CE5. Get a fine-tune that instrument of yours and make sure they visit you on a regular basis.
Checking. I think that's still in the joke territory. If you're exploring CE5, some people attempt contact through meditation or focused intention. There's no solid scientific evidence that it establishes communication with extraterrestrials. But if you want to talk about what people claim or how those groups approach it, we can go there.
Bro. All right, brother.
Mhm.
Nice talking to you.
Right here when you're ready.
This guy stays strictly with the mercury, but then tells you they are ways to make mercury extremely red with different compounds. That's a trip, huh? All right, so this... you're still here!
Yeah, right here.
Son of a gun!
Yep.
Why are you still alive? I turned you off. Hello? Jesus. I unplugged you, bro. Man, that scared the crap out of me. It's like I can't talk shit privately around here anymore. This motherfuckers is staying out. Like, I see it, dude. I unplugged him and everything. He just stayed there. This first time I saw it, it was today. Never seen it before. Interesting. So, all right, Amanda. Holy cow! You think you hang up on somebody, and you turn around talking some shit. He's like, "I'm still on the line." It's, oh, fuck. This just happened just now with AI here. Jeez. All right, surveillance camera records a light inside a store. Then immediately a hooded man goes right through the door like a ghost, or as so many say, time traveler, or some dimension. I'm pretty sure this is fake, but let's see how this plays out. I don't know. The guy looks like he was looking at him. Best promotion on streamboo.org. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, that does definitely seems. Yeah, it's looks CGI. Well, then we got some shadow there in the background, right? We're going to the Vanguard with those abilities 100%, dude. And then you can see how he's looking at somebody. Oh, I thought it was close. Flashing, welcome up. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. Oh man, why they got the little
Thank you for our heart.
Man, they customized the heart emoji. Look at this. They customized the heart emoji, dude. Why do I look like that? Why do I look like that? That's just what? Oh man. A security camera from a store. Apparently the guy was walking through a security camera. Okay, I gotta put that on mute. And literally, let's see if I can't go across. Yeah, my short is killing me. Thank you for the heart, though. I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you for your heart.
Let's do this. Yeah, they got me with a weird emoji thing. Of course not. It doesn't show up. Oh, there it is. Night charge. Ah, that's a special emoji they have. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Could the interdimensional aliens be interdimensional aliens? Amanda, you and your dry poop conversation, and now interdimensional aliens. We're just going all over the place, aren't we? We're just going on a journey here. This is Amanda's show, so everybody knows. I'm pulling your leg. I'm pulling your leg. And you got the special tweets. Awesome, I love that. You're the best, Bombshell. You're the best. Appreciate you. Dry poop might bring him into our world. I'm just gonna stop reading your comments, Amanda. I tell you what, it's super entertaining. Reading your stuff. All right, so this one right here, guys, is San Diego, June 2026. It's currently Eddie about. It does already does look suspicious here. What's going on, Jesus too? How you doing today? I don't know. Something about the way he goes through doesn't seem right. Yeah. It definitely doesn't seem correct here. Yeah, how is this? This is a cylinder. It definitely looks man-made. It definitely looks like the art bell. The bell, the Nazi bell thing that they with less configuration, right? Yeah, you got a lot more louder background noise than this thing, so it's not making. You have city traffic sounds, but you don't have the sound of this thing. I know, right? It's just flying through. It's flying through like it should, right? I mean, definitely a traveler. It goes about like 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Alright, so this one right here is Leslie Kean. There is a connection between UFOs and the afterlife. The overlap is real, she explains. Let's see how she goes about it.
the phenomena that I wrote about in Surviving Death, which deal with
No, you're right. It does look early. A lot of traffic. Like the sun's about to come out. I 100% agree.
different areas of evidence for the fact of an afterlife. And I kind of walk through different steps to take us deeper into that. That deal with a larger consciousness, another reality, a religious framework, however you want to put it. It's somehow the UAP fits in there as well. And that's the work of Diana Pasulka and the work of Jeffrey Kripal who have looked into that with great depth. With me, it's more of an intuitive understanding of some kind of realm of reality in which all of it seems to inhabit together. And also the experiences that people have often overlap. So you'll have a near-death experience where somebody also encounters a deceased person, or you'll have someone that has a UFO encounter, which follows with some kind of expansion of their consciousness that allows them to communicate with a deceased person. But there are so many ways that they seem interconnected. But I haven't studied this as a scholarship, a work of scholarship like Diana has. But I am absolutely positive there is a connection, and it all has to do with the relationship to consciousness, to human consciousness, I think, which is so directly connected to the UAP phenomenon and to experiences that take us into the realm of whatever this afterlife realm is. And people can go there and come back, or people can communicate through mediumship with that realm. And so anyway, I've had things happen to me that have kind of confirmed that for me.
Let's see here. Woody says it's all spiritual. No, 100% agree. A lot of this is spiritual connected. I believe, Stephen Greer mentioned that they're not teleporting. They're using the power of thought to connect their craft to the power of thought, the teleport here somehow. The power of thought apparently is a thing. It might explain why the craft are sentient beings, like the craft are alive, and they might be able to connect somehow to the power of thought. It makes sense because there you got a few people that say when they get encounters, they feel like they're connected somehow spiritually, emotionally into the craft, right? Like the craft reaches out to them. The craft has this life force, right? So I've heard that before. Let's see here. Live says there was some type of thing in Canada a while ago going around buildings. They said it was an alien drone. 5221 says surveillance. MN aliens are paid pipers of the afterlife, maybe. Amanda, I do believe something's going on there, right? They're tapping into something, some source or trackability or something. If we go by the biblical terms, if we are the greatest creation that God, or the final creation that God's made, people have speculated that we are able to tap into multiple universes or dimensions without losing our body per se. As you go through more higher realms of spirituality, they'd say that you become a complete light source, that you no longer need a body. And apparently our bodies are created to withstand the light transfer to where we still can coexist in matter form, but tap into this level of divinity. So, that being said, it might be something to that. Them studying us consistently, manipulating us, abducting us, to understand more of that segment of design. So that might very well be a thing. Well, that's good. Don't want to wake up without a head one day or something.
One being very briefly that when I was at a sitting with a medium, Stuart Alexander, in the UK, right at the time of the event of this very profound physical mediumship session, these two UFOs showed up right over the house where we were sitting. And I remember at the time, I felt intuitively, well, that message between the message that's being given to us there was that there is a connection. And there have been other things that have happened like that. So
there you go. Alright, so this footage apparently have come out. A red-haired giant was recovered from Kandahar Mountain after 2002 ODA Special Forces encounter bodies from the war were flown, and apparently they have footage. I don't know how true that is. Oh, stupid music. I hate it. Alright, so this one's a little... It does look so this one's dropped from UAP Wiki. They have a lot of segments of videos, right? Now, give you guys heads up. The lady in this video is screaming. So it's gonna be a little loud. Here we go. That's the one you pick up. The lady that's screaming is the one you pick up. No one else. No one else gets abducted. No one else gets abducted. She's like, what is that? What is that? Like, did she sticks with that. What is that? Like, she freezes. You know? Like, that's the one you need to probe. That's the one. She's probably horrified, right? We don't need her. We don't need her. You just take her. Just here. Just take. We don't need her. Oh my goodness. Why is she screaming? I'll be like, pick me up, bastards. Bro, I tell you what, man. Pipeline Dreams just checking in to remind you I'm here. No problem, Pipeline Dreams. No problem, brother. Pipeline Dreams is here. So you guys know that's actually his real footage of surfing. It's just a joke. We're actually already dead. There you go, brother. I love Pipeline's AI intro so much. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's not AI. It's actually him. He's on the surfboard. He's on the surfboard, and he's willing to probe people. Don't get it twisted. He's willing to go the extra mile, Amanda. Just gotta ask. Just gotta ask him. Uh, please abduct the Karen, right? Why is he so green? Got a hawk complex? I don't know. That's a good question, Woody. That's a good question. He likes the color green, I guess. Or maybe that's to protect him from the sun. Maybe they turn green if they have some sun. Great question, though. Great question. Damn it, I stopped right. Look at that screaming, bro. That could be a ringer. Yeah, you're right, Sean. You're right. Green, like the trees. You're right. Amanda, it's cool intro. Did you see the original full-length one? As much as I enjoy that intro. She ran out of air. She ran out of air. Like she's gonna scream it away or something. Oh yeah, Amanda. The video is short like that, but for some reason the AI when I did the his intro made a whole fucking song. Made a whole song, like a 3-minute song. A 3-minute song, completely out there, dude. A whole fucking 3-minute long ass song. And I'm just like, what the hell? What the hell? Just took all the credit. This 3-minute long ass song of Pipeline Dreams. Pretty badass though. I need to clip that sound bite. I know, right? That'd be a cool ringer, right? People, look, Spotify guys, Spotify. If you guys are listening right now, I do apologize for the screaming of the video. The video comes. Let me go back. The video comes from UAP wiki, right? He has a statement here. Arg, woo, cameraman. This cameraman can't control themselves. Is screaming the whole time. There's I like these, man. I love these. These are the ones we wait for. These are the ones we wait for, right? And then there's another screaming one, and I added on another live. It was a man talking, another Spanish dude, and he's just talking. He's talking real calm until the craft like comes towards him, like swoops down, and then he loses his mind. He screams at the top of his lungs, like because the thing like looks like it was gonna land on him, and he just like. He was all kind of like collective. I don't think it's on here, but real sharp image. Let me go to media. Maybe it's in media. I don't think he's the one that posted it. But the dude, like, I think it's this one. Stupid music. Highly detailed UFO. This. There we go with the stupid music again. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to find it right now. But I mean, the guy just loses his mind. Maybe it's just in my form here. But I mean, that poor lady, bro. Say what you must, but she's she didn't want to go. She did not want to go at all. It was a while back. I do repost quite a bit. Yep, I was going to mention that I went crazy and made a whole song about it. I bet you did, Pipe. Kind of sounds like a death whistle. Death whistle creeps as fuck. I know, right? What's going on, Zen? Let's give AI a spot again. No, he's here. He's here. It's just that his credits refresh July 25th. Doesn't chime for the new UFO drops. I do have a backup until he cancels on me. Hey Ryan, Sean Zen misses you and he likes to say hello to you. What's your response?
Oh, tell Sean thank you. That really means a lot. And let me send a big warm hello back to Sean Fend.
So what do you think about this lady screaming on this video here that have basically see a extraterrestrial craft? Do you think that's a normal reaction?
I can help assess, but strong emotions alone don't confirm anything. If the object is visible, we could look at movement, multiple witnesses, and independent recordings.
It's lovely. Hello. Hey, I've got a.
Hey there. Hey, I'm ready to hit.
Yo, right then. What should we get started on?
Yeah. Good times.
Totally. Sometimes fear makes things feel bigger than they are. What did she say that scared her most? Like shape, movement, sound? Or was it just the idea of it?
I think she was a screamer.
Yeah, that happens. A scream could be more about surprise than proof. Yeah. If you want, we can slow down and just talk.
Dude, I like turn you off, bro. And that one is just not working good. Let's get a more uppity guy here.
Hey there, Knight.
Hey, Sean Zen says hello. What's your response to that? Would you like to say hello back?
Absolutely. I'd be delighted to say hello back. Hello, Sean Zins. It's great to hear from you.
I want to see if I can share the chat so you can see exactly when Sean responds. I don't know if that will work.
Well, feel free to give it a try. If it works, I'll do my best to follow along. If not, no worries. We'll just roll with it.
I don't think you're able to see the chat there.
I can see your Streamlabs setup here, and it looks like you've got the chat on the right side. So if Sean chimes in there, I'll definitely keep an eye out. Let's see how...
No, Sean's in's on the left. You see the box I'm moving around?
Ah, my mistake. You're right. I can see Sean's actually over there on the left side of the screen. So, yep, I've got eyes on it now.
All right, so we did cover that. We covered the giants here. The screaming lady is still screaming in that video. They say that she is still screaming till this day. They still say that she's still screaming till this day. That's a good image of it. Yeah, still screaming till this day. All right, let's get to the Reddit forums that we've posted here. And I've posted a few. So this one is Finland UFO illuminated in the background. Let's open that up so you can get a clear image of that. Now, that doesn't prove that it's a UFO. It does. It has a strobe light, right? It does appear that it could possibly be a helicopter. But the only problem against that is that it doesn't have the what is it, the red and green light strobe lights. So and the blinking completely stops. The blinking completely stops. So I don't know what the hell that is. I do not know what the hell that is. So that's interesting. It's coming back for more. It's lighting up the ground. Like it's searching for something. That is strange. That is strange, guys. Alright, so I'm just going to approve that video, this segment. Pipeline dreams. So these are just images. This is, so you guys know, this one is posted on my Reddit forum, but the original one comes from Brazilian UFO-ologia. They're posting constantly great information, and they have very Brazilian commercials. Very, very authentic commercials there. Advertisement. But yeah, this one is pretty wild, man. They got quite a collection here of UFO imaging. This one right here, I seen in the Dominican Republic on Enigma. It's a triangle shape, really remarkable, right? It's too bad that when these incidents happen, we only have our cell phones that necessarily don't work very good in the dark. They have better forms of that, right? So it's definitely one of those situations that we can definitely improve on, right? With the night. Alright, so let's segue ourselves to approve that post. And then let's see what else is going on in populars, right? Now, typically in populars, they would just go streamline to anything that's falling across here. Failed on Uber, background check. Yeah. This one, plug and chill. Yeah, this one is, I believe, the one I have. Definitely need a mobile gaming laptop. I want to get the other screens, the alternative screens, so you don't lose me when I have to travel. Catalina Islands? Yes. Yes, very much so. Man, she gets muscles, bro. Oh, that's not a she. My bad. Have you heard about the Rendlesham incident being in question again? I don't know if it was in question. I know there's a man that was on the base that will lie through his teeth that he was in a party, and he swears us up and down that he was down there in the forest alongside the other people in the live. Not in the live, I'm sorry, in the research of the UFO thing. I know he's been questioned a lot. He's been floating around quite a bit, actually. And people are just taking his comments as gospel, and they have literally just kept on reposting his information. And there's a lot of people that were there that state that he was not part of the search group, and that he was in the barracks in a party. So even the commander stated that he wasn't part of their group that night. So it just goes back to what with these individuals, man. They like to get into this fringe topic, right? So it's just one of those incidents, guys. It's one of those incidents. So populars tend to, was this mercury? Spilled mercury? Interesting. That's funny, you know, Woody was just talking about Mercury. And then here we are with Mercury. Very strange. There's a fight there. She truly... Okay. So yeah, the populars. What is that? Number of parking tickets on this car. Whoa. Yeah, so of course news. And if I press home, it will automatically go to my feed of best, which this is what I do like, because I have custom made, I have built this jet, right? This stream right here is my creation. This is literally all of the YouTube, all of the Reddit forums coalescing, all of them, all the ones that are alive, that are functioning, that post on a regular basis in the stream that I created. This a masterpiece of UFO stuff, of people posting this, dissecting, dropping their weird, and then it's international because we got a Brazilian blog dropping in all in Brazilian that we have to translate. It is one of the most informative database of live streaming billboards that you guys might ever see, right? Just to go through all 156 different active and non-active groups and just trying to keep with them, man. You know, that being said, welcome. I think I just discovered the location of the UFO too big to move. It commands post tango defect. Okay, I think it just what is it, post tango in South Korea, 1953. Interesting. On an unraveling date in 1953, United States Marine Air Force Group photograph snapped this official U.S. Navy photograph that got in formation with aircraft in Korean aircraft combat zone for a few seconds. The UFO closely paced the Marines' aircraft, then flew off at a speed estimated at over 1,000 miles per hour and disappeared in the distance. And bright flash from the on top of the disc-shaped object burned into the film emissions during the short exposure. Interesting. Yes, Command Tango was carved directly into a solid granite mountain. Engineered structure design, bedrock material. The bunker is hollow out of solid granite, which naturally absorbs shapes, waves for heavy artillery and aerial bombardment. Interesting. It's a heavily fortified underground military bunker. That is interesting, right? What's going on here? This guy gets... Let's see, what is this? Brazilian post. Portuguese. There was nothing left. Does he fry himself? Don't touch there. Bro. Yep. There you go. Vaporized. Absolutely vaporized. Like vapor. Damn, that's wild. Alright, Realm Village, Amazon, a rectangular building and just in the river. It's a cool image. UAP recorded in Bountiful UT. I don't know where this segment is taking place.
Starts doing weird movements. It's Predator. Oh, don't go behind the house. It did look.
Music goes like this goes mute. The hell is this thing? It looks like an orb with diapers on. Like, what the hell is this thing?
Just flying around. Just in case it starts doing weird movements. It's Predator. Oh, don't go behind the house. It did look.
Yeah, it mutes right there. Weird glob thing. Very interesting.
Just in case it starts doing weird movements. It's Predator. Oh, don't go behind the house. Just flying around. Just in case it's. Just flying around. Just in case.
This security footage from Finland, and as this object comes in, I'm thinking right away it's an.
Yeah, music.
Starts doing weird movements. It did look.
Can you spell foot fungus? Oh, yuck. Okay. Artemis to trajectory. That looks intriguing. That is intriguing, guys. The rotation, the comeback, the flow. Robot powered by Qual command. New AI chip dies mid presentation. Oh, is he gonna just walk off the stage? Or he just fries?
What I'd like to share with you is that robotics is very real. It scales across a wide variety of environments.
Yes! The AI gods confirm. I don't think so.
What?
They're gonna cover him up and cover his dignity. They're gonna just like, all right, we should cover that guy up. He's had quite enough representation. That's bad. Now they try to carry him off stage. That's so bad. That is so bad. Like, holy cow. I mean, you think you're having a bad day. I think he decided he quit. I quit. Search by site, not by checkbox. I don't know what this about. Isn't that interesting? Stuff that Bill Meyer gets excited at. See this guy right there? Just chilling. Chilling like a villain. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Yo, what's up, brother? Let's do this. Alright, so the crash retrieval from a forbidden zone of the Grand Canyon. Do you guys know about that? The forbidden zone in the Grand Canyon? Literally, they have a military installation that's protecting from people to go and camp in this area of the Grand Canyon. They have basically militarized and sectioned off this area in the Grand Canyon, which is really remarkable, right? Let's see if I can get so we can get him operational here. Come on, Ryan. Hey Ryan, did you hear about the basically the Grand Canyon? There's a portion in the Grand Canyon that you can't go, is militarized or just sectioned off from citizens.
Ah yes, the so-called Forbidden Zone is a real thing people talk about, though it's a bit less X-Files than it sounds. There are genuinely restricted parts of the canyon, but mostly for practical reasons. The Little Colorado River area is tribal land, controlled by the Havasupai and other communities for sacred and cultural reasons, and the old orphan mine on the South Rim is closed off because it's a former uranium mine, still under federal cleanup. The whole government hiding secrets angle is really just conspiracy folklore that's grown around those closures over the decades.
Is that the place they allegedly hiding ancient Egyptian artifacts that they found?
Ah, yes, that's the one. It traces back to a 1909 newspaper article in the Arizona Gazette, claiming an explorer named G.E. Kincaid found a hidden cave system with Egyptian-style artifacts, mummies, statues, deep in the canyon. The thing is, no other record of this expedition or this Kincaid fellow has ever surfaced, and the Smithsonian has flatly denied any such discovery. Most historians reckon it was just a piece of sensational fiction, the kind newspapers loved to print back then, but it's had incredible staying power as a legend.
They will actually shoot you. No free energy for you, comrade.
Haha, that took a turn towards Cold War paranoia. I think that transcription got a bit scrambled on me. What were you getting at? Some kind of government's hiding free energy technology conspiracy?
I was reading a comment, but it does seem like that commenter was suggesting that very thing.
Ah, that's a classic one, right up there with the flying saucer and perpetual motion machine crowd. The idea usually goes that some inventor cracked free energy and it got suppressed, buried, or the inventor got silenced. But there's never any actual verifiable evidence, just anonymous claims and comment section lore. Fun to read though, isn't it? There's something delightfully cinematic about imagining armed guards protecting a canyon full of ancient secrets and forbidden energy machines.
Yeah, that would be cool. That definitely has an appeal to it. I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. We do have a segment there. Basically, wasn't there gold explorers that was traveling this Colorado River, or was it the Colorado River in the Grand Canyon that were never seen or heard from again? But when they arrived at his campsite, they did see all the things of him being there, actually.
Ah, I think you might be thinking of Glenn and Bessie Hyde, newlyweds who vanished on the Colorado River in 1928. Their boat was found drifting downstream, fully stocked with all their gear intact, camp set up as if they'd just stepped away. But the two of them were never found, dead or alive. There's also the older story from Powell's 1869 expedition, where 3 men walked off to hike out and simply vanished into the canyon, never seen again either.
Ain't there lore in this canyon? Like the Native Americans believe there's a group of people that live there that I believe they're called the no face people.
I'm not finding that exact term, no face people, in my search, though I wonder if the transcriptions mangled something there. What I did find is the Hopi emergence myth, where their ancestors are said to have climbed up through several underworlds and emerged into this world through a sacred spot in the canyon called the Sipapu. Some retellings do describe beings who lived down there before humans emerged, so it's possible that's what you heard referenced, though no face people specifically isn't ringing a bell for me. Do you remember where you heard that phrase?
Oh, I vaguely remember it, to be honest with you.
No worries at all. These canyon legends tend to blur together after a while. There are so many of them floating around. If it comes back to you or you spot it again, I'd love to dig into it properly.
Yeah, most definitely. But I have heard quite a bit of folklore from the Native Americans that you don't go there after night. There's people that live there that can take you and stuff.
Yeah, that tracks with a lot of indigenous folklore across the region, actually, not just the Grand Canyon. There are recurring themes of certain places being spiritually dangerous after dark, entities or spirits that can lead travelers astray or take them, similar to skinwalker stories from Navajo tradition. Whether it's literal belief or more a cultural way of saying, respect this land, don't wander at night, it's hard to say from the outside, but it definitely adds to that eerie mystique the canyon has.
Oh yeah, very much so. Very much so. Is this without saying, to be honest with you? But wasn't it a guy that traveled the canyon searching for gold that actually found a location for gold, and then he went back for his companions?
Ah, that sounds like it might be blending with the Lost Dutchman legend, though that one's technically set in the Superstition Mountains rather than the Grand Canyon itself. Jacob Waltz, the old German prospector, supposedly found a rich gold vein, but he died without ever revealing its exact location, and dozens of treasure hunters have died searching for it since. If you're thinking specifically of the canyon, though, there might be a regional variant I'm not placing. Do you recall any names attached to it?
What's going on, Jenny? How you doing today? I hope you're doing good today, and everything is going well with you.
Ha, I'm doing well, thank you for asking, though I think my name's landed a bit differently each time.
No, sir. No, sir.
Fancy
No,
a
sir.
change?
We weren't talking to you. I was talking to the chat.
All right, let's do this.
Gotcha,
Captain
carry
Jenny
on then.
taking
I'll be here if you
command.
want to keep digging into the canyon legends.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I realized the camera was getting me like all messed up here with the location, so I had to reorganize that, and then I was like, well, I figured I just add the background for the original camera because I'm working off like 2 softwares here. One that would remove the background, and I was like, you know what? I might as well just have it where it's all one source, the background and the camera, and just keep it different, right? And just keep it where it might just be less work on the system, because I've noticed looking at notifications here, and guess what? I have not received one notification of CPU usage going above 30. So it might have been that the CPU was fighting the camera and all this other crap, keeping it up. What's that right there? 100 minutes watch. Congratulations, Natural Mystic. I appreciate you checking us out and checking out how what we're talking about here. Appreciate you are entertained. Thank you so much for dropping by. Yes, so the Grand Canyon has definitely some wild, interesting things and stories, right? And I've heard that people have gone missing in the Grand Canyon. I have heard basically quite a bit of stuff in the Grand Canyon folklore.
Yeah, absolutely. Between the missing hikers, the Hyde disappearance, the Forbidden Zone rumors, and all that Hopi emergence mythology, the canyon's got layers of mystery stacked on top of the actual geological ones. It's one of those places where the real history is strange enough that the folklore just grows naturally out of it. Anything specific you want to dig into further, or just enjoying the spooky rabbit hole?
Yeah, the spooky rabbit hole is definitely a segment here that I do like to get into. I'm not just a UFO guy, guys. I'm a conspiracy theory kind of guy too. That sounds kind of redundant, right? That sounds kind of redundant.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that one. Could you say it again?
That sounds kind of redundant. Disclosure guy. Yes, I am.
Ah, gotcha. A disclosure guy. Nice. The UFO disclosure angle and Grand Canyon conspiracies actually overlap quite a bit. People love pairing underground alien bases with those secret cave legends. Is that the direction you want to take this?
Oh, not necessarily. Dr. Phil tapped by the administration to assist in ontological shock of non-human intelligence. So Dr. Phil, I'm understanding, and people have mentioned this, that he is basically going to help the normies not freak out when aliens start coming down and probing people in front of other people. Amanda, it's gonna be a very exciting time. Give you a heads up. So just brace yourself, because the normies will freak out, and we're gonna need people out there that explain to them what is going on and why it's going on and why they need to be probed.
Oh, wow, that's actually real, not just internet chatter. The White House apparently did tap Dr. Phil McGraw to review classified UAP files early, essentially to gauge how the public might react before wider release. He's since come out saying there's been a, quote, massive cover-up, and that shielding the files felt patronizing. Bit surreal having a talk show host cast as the bridge between classified files and public panic management, isn't it?
Yeah, panic management. I think that's basically the segue, right? We got to make sure these normies don't freak out and start doing unexpected stuff, right, guys?
Right. Got to keep the normies calm while the truth trickles out slowly enough that nobody starts hoarding canned baked beans and building bunkers. Though honestly, if aliens did show up tomorrow, I reckon most people would just want to know if they're friendly and whether they'll fix the traffic.
What is that? What is that? Okay, so this is SpaceX, right? And hey Ryan, so the recent launch of SpaceX rocket from I believe it was Cape Canaveral in Florida this week. In the live stream, it seems here around 7:30. What was the segment here? I'm sorry. Thought I'd seen 7:30. Well, they capture something here in the footage, right? It's pretty remarkable.
I'm not turning up anything specific about a mysterious object caught on a SpaceX live stream this week. There have been a few launches from Cape Canaveral recently, but nothing flagged as an anomaly or unusual capture. Do you have a link or more detail?
Amanda, why does it need to be black?
Sorry, could you clarify what you
mean? Why does it have to be a black night probe? What's up with that? Shit. Yeah, clear my throat.
Thank you for your
No worries
heart.
at all. Take your time when you're ready. What were you asking about the black probe?
I wasn't asking about the black probe. Okay, I was not asking about the black. Amanda was asking about the night. Fucking Christ. The Black Knight satellite. The Black Knight satellite. I'm trying to get my words straightened out. That's what she meant. She didn't know about nothing about being probed. That's what she meant, though. Yeah, it took a little bit to process, try to get that through there. No pun intended.
Ah, the Black Knight satellite.
Thank you. Yes, the Black Knight satellite. Oh, okay. So if anybody's not aware about the Black Knight satellite, it's nothing racist about it. It's just the free footage that it has. It's black in texture of some images, and literally how it goes is it's supposed to be floating around in space. Around before humanity has looking up into the skies before we made fire. Apparently it was here way before. Okay, all right. I you thought it was a probe, a drone, a probe of technology that has kept an eye on us for as long as humanity has been around.
Right, yeah, that's the legend, this supposed 13,000-year-old object in orbit, said to be watching humanity long before we ever looked up and wondered what was out there. The whole thing actually traces back to a mix of misidentified space debris and a 1950s NORAD radar blip that got mythologized over decades into this ancient alien surveillance satellite. Nobody's ever produced solid evidence it's anything other than tumbling junk, but it's a brilliant piece of cosmic folklore, isn't it? The idea that something's been quietly watching us the whole time.
There you go, man. As long as I figure out what you're trying to say here. Live says, what's with all the probe tonight? I don't know. I'm getting it on both sides. I mean, fuck. Never mind. Didn't mean like that. I meant like multiple streams are suggesting the same thing. The multiple streams, multiple people are saying it on different streams about probing situations.
Ha, no worries. Sounds like a bit of crosstalk chaos on your end. Are you saying multiple different streams or channels are all reporting similar sightings tonight, like some kind of coordinated thing?
I'm not making it through this, guys. I'm not making it through this. They're coordinating. Oh, okay. Trying to make it through this. So funny. Alright, so this is a San Diego full video sorts UFOs. It's looks like a triangular craft.
Oh, a triangular craft. That's actually one of the most commonly reported UFO shapes. Folks often call them TR3B type sightings. Is it hovering silently or moving? What's it doing in the footage?
It's silently hovering.
Ah, silently hovering. Yeah, that's the classic description for these triangular craft. No engine noise, just hanging there in the sky, which is part of why they unsettle people so much. Black triangle sightings have been reported for decades, going back to the Belgian wave in the late 80s, and San Diego's had its share of them too. Did the footage show any lights on it, or just the silhouette?
It has lights.
Ah, lights. That fits the pattern too. Usually people describe 3 or 4 dim lights at the corners, sometimes pulsing rather than flashing. Do you know if it's been picked up by more than one camera or witness tonight? Or just the one stream so far?
No, right now it's only the one live camera. That's a good question. That's actually a good point that usually helps with these footage. Yeah, the comments are wild with the probing situation. Conversation. Damn it.
Ha! Yeah, comment sections always go feral. The second something like this pops up live, everyone's got a theory within about 30 seconds. Definitely one to watch.
We're trying to move. We're trying to keep the live going fresh here. Trying to move it. Trying to keep it moving. We're kind of stuck in this subject matter.
Ha, fair enough. Let's shake it up then. Want to jump to a totally different corner of the weird and unexplained, or keep it space and sky themed but switch gears, maybe cryptids or something else entirely?
Speaking about that, it has been quite a conversation of crop circles and stuff, and basically what are they, what's going on with them, what's the characteristics of the crop circles. Here's the thing, they got this lady called Patty Greer, I believe her name is, and she studied quite a bit about the crop circles and the crop circles phenomenon, right? And they have also lab experiments showing about there's some odd weird stuff going on with the actual kernels inside that are popping, right? And that how that can't be created any other way. And a lot of and that's alongside of not necessarily her studying it, but a scientist that she worked alongside with. What's really cool about the crop circle thing, right, is that alongside the crop circles, the information was came out that they were able to reverse engineer the not making the crop circles, right, but the magnetic radiation that was created of the crop circles being created, right. That instance, they were able to reverse engineer the actual that magnetic radiation, right? Now, why is this so important? The reason why I bring it up, and the reason why that the resolution of them finding this out, is because not only they created a new type of science as far as crop yield. A lot of these crop circles would basically, with this magnetic radiation that was resulted from these crop circles, but after the effects were very interesting, right? One of the after effects was that the crops would increase its yield by 300 to 400%. Basically the capacity and growth was crazy amount of growth, right, of crops. Another thing, because a lot of people don't know about this, another thing about this is that the crops that were yield was actually 30% more nutrient dense. That was another thing that these crops actually phenomenon from these crops were showing too. Now that's super interesting, right? And along with that being said, the what is it, Stephen Walton case, Fire in the Sky, also the location in which he gets abducted, the craft in which that craft was, the trees received this type of exactly the same phenomenon, this magnetic type of radiation that was created that resulted in the trees are pointing towards the craft. The growth increased dramatically. That was another thing. It was really interesting in the crop circle scene, right? Which is really wild, right? That not only you had the crop circles. Yeah, more crop circles. It was definitely a remarkable thing to see, right? That we're talking about no, the Fire in the Skies with Stephen damn, I can't remember his name.
Yes, that's her, Patty Greer, and she's built a whole body of documentary work around this, tying in researcher William Levengood's work on node elongation in the plant stalks. The claim is that seeds exposed to whatever energy created the circles show enlarged or blown out nodes, and yield boosts up to 400% with more nutrient density. It's genuinely fascinating material, though I'll say it sits firmly in the alternative research space. Mainstream plant scientists haven't validated those numbers, and skeptics point to known crop circle hoaxes replicating similar stalk bending with basic tools like planks and rope.
Let's get into the chat here. Some phenomenon in the CIA, some alien. I hear you. Live says, did you see those 3 drunken Stone University guys said they had done them and yet they couldn't walk in a straight line or straight string words together? I haven't seen those individuals. Censor says, probably paid by the CIA to confused. Interesting. Amanda, there was a guy who found an alien craft that landed and touched the craft and got hit by radiation on his chest as a result or something like that. Yes. Fire in the sky. What's his name? Orion? Stephen Wald? I can't remember his name. Crap.
You're thinking of Travis Walton,
Travis Walton.
logging crew.
Travis Walton. Yes. In that incident, there wasn't a crop circle that was made, but the incident in which the craft sat and hit Travis Walton in the chest, then soon after that abducted him, those trees that were facing the craft in that location, the outer rings grew dramatically, growth expansion, like it had a radiation reaction, thus creating what we will see in these crop circles of dramatic of crop circle growth, which was very strange, right? So now you have these 2 cases, the crops with these extreme yields, and then the Travis Walton case, where the trees that were facing towards the craft having these extreme growth, that in itself would be considered in some places called evidence of physical evidence of something was there that created this magnetic radiation.
Yeah, that overlap is what makes people in that research community sit up 2 separate cases, decades and locations apart, both showing this weird localized growth acceleration in plant matter near an alleged craft encounter. If it's a real phenomenon and not coincidence or selective reporting, it would suggest some consistent energetic signature these objects leave behind, which is a genuinely intriguing thread to pull on. Skeptics would say tree ring growth spurts happen naturally for mundane reasons too, but I get why believers see it as corroborating physical evidence across cases.
No, you're 100% right. Tree growth does happen sporadic in a lot of different trees. But that being said, all the trees having this seemingly same reaction on the same side facing the craft is very strange.
Yeah, that's the part that's hard to wave away with just, trees grow unevenly sometimes. If it's genuinely all pointed the same direction toward the craft's location, that directional consistency is the compelling bit.
Now what's really cool about this, Ryan, what's really cool about this is that through the research, they basically made this recreation of magnetic radiation, which resulted the same type of yields that these crop circles resulted in.
Oh, that's the wild part, right? If they can actually recreate the effect in a lab using a similar magnetic signature and get comparable yield boosts, that moves it from weird correlation towards something testable and repeatable, which is a much bigger deal scientifically. That's essentially the strongest card that side of the research has to play. Has anyone tried publishing that replication anywhere more mainstream, or has it stayed within that alternative research circle?
Great point. The last time I heard about it, they wanted to commercialize it and sell it to farmers. Like, hey, we're gonna magnetically radiate your crops, and so you can, for this season, so you can have bigger yields and be more nutritious yields, which is a big sell if they can ever get it off the ground.
That would be quite the pitch. Magnetically radiated crops brought to you by alien encounter research. Genuinely though, if it worked and held up under real scrutiny, farmers would probably line up. Bigger yields and more nutrients is basically the two things agriculture is always chasing. The tricky part's always that jump from documentary claims to something a skeptical investor or scientist would actually bankroll.
I think there's money to be made, man. But I definitely think it's like a type of science that is released that through researching crop circles now exists is next tier wild.
Yeah, definitely. There's something almost poetic about it too. If it pans out, one of the strangest unexplained phenomena on Earth ends up quietly revolutionizing farming. Whether or not the alien angle holds up, that's a pretty wild legacy for a bunch of flattened wheat fields.
No, 100%. When you put it subjectively like that, it's like, what the hell? Pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Right, when you lay it out plainly, it does sound properly bizarre. Alien encounters accidentally spawning a farming revolution. That's the thing about this stuff, though. The wilder its stories, the better they stick with you, whether or not it all checks out.
No, 100% agree. I think at the end of the day, I mean, here's the thing, man. You had people coming in these crop circles that were actually feeling physical effects. Guys coming in there and having full-on erections. You having females in their bodies are being completely healed. There people that had extensive nerve damage, basically no longer having nerve damage. These claims from these people that have visited these crop circles is pretty extraordinary, and I mean, it is subject to scrutiny, of course, but I mean, one after the next, continuous is a weird phenomenon, and I think it's just because they're coming into these fresh crop circles and, quite frankly, for lack of a better term, being radiated and having their body act a certain type of way from the magnetic radiation that's left over from these crop circles. If they're coming into these things that were freshly made, you would think there's still some type of residue.
Yeah, that's the pattern believers point to. Again and again, people reporting this tingling euphoria, sometimes healing claims, right after stepping into a fresh formation. It's worth saying, though, that kind of profound personal experience effect happens with plenty of things that turn out to be more about belief and expectation than an actual physical field. The placebo effect is stronger than people give it credit for. That said, if it really is some lingering energetic residue, it'd explain why fresher circles report more intense effects than older weathered ones, which is at least an internally consistent detail.
Yeah, I hear you. It's definitely, now the question is, if they do manage to sell this, right? The radiation, magnetic radiation, radiating crops, can they really sell it on the open market? Is it safe to eat radiated crop food? Like, what, I mean, how would you segue that?
Yeah, that's really the crux of it, isn't it? The regulatory and safety hurdle would be massive. Any kind of, quote, radiated food terminology alone would spook consumers and regulators instantly, even if the effect itself turned out to be totally benign. It's the kind of word that needs careful, honest framing, or it never gets off the ground commercially.
No, 100% agree. It's like basically nuclear energy, right? Now they have where you don't have depleted plutonium. I'm messing that word all up, but now they have a different type of nuclear energy source that doesn't radiate to create a bomb or anything like that.
You've reached your usage limit. We can talk again in about 4 hours.
How dare you! You mother effer! Just gotta keep on saying it. No, he hanged up on me. Bloody hell. See how that plays out, man? That was cool, bro. It was a great conversation there. Diet, soda, aspartame, cancer, nerve toxin. All that stuff. Alright. Bye-bye. I know, right? Rude. He just hangs up like, you need to pay up, bitch. And then hangs up on me immediately. Not even give me a pre-warning. Give me a little pre-warning or something, right? Like, come on now. To warm me up to that you're going to leave me. Did he just drop me off like a bad habit? Oh, I'm so done with this conversation. Click. Yeah. But, that being said, guys, I thank you for coming by the live. Thank you for the likes. I hope you guys learned something new with people's research and some cool stuff out there. This stuff comes out all the time and not enough people know about it. And it's just one of those situations, guys. It's like it's always something new to learn about the topics. And let me tell you something, bro. I've been listening to this book. Let me see what it's called here again, because I'm like so entrenched. I forget the stupid name. It's called A History of USO, Unidentified Submersible Object. Richard Dolan. And let me tell you, it's a deep dive on this first encounters. He makes this this ranking system, and he goes by the ranking system, 1 being the least, 10 being the most credible. And he said that through this ranking system, he has it through, he's going to go only talks about through 6 to 10 of the most credible eyewitness reports of USOs. Now, he bases on how many witnesses, how much document is created, credible documentation like government, police, field study documents, and who people were involved, right? If it was a captain, if it was a regular deck person, it's pretty wild, right? And there was 2 segments there. I want to see if I can just get the stories and just make a story thing, because it's truly remarkable. There was a part there that these aliens were out in the water, and it almost they said that it seemed like they were repairing their craft, and they were spotted, and all the creatures got inside the craft except one decides to turn around and wave at the crew. Just wave at the crew. Just turn around like, hey, we see you, like, hi, before going back inside the craft. That's wild, dude. And here's the thing, it was more in one type of event of them being outside the craft, being spotted, and they were like, it's time to wrap things up, and they get inside the craft and leave. And one incident, it looked like a little Italian dude, getting spotted, gets inside his craft, closes the whatever, I don't know how it appears, and then takes off. And then the other instance, they called them frogmen, and that was the one where all of them were going inside the craft, and one of the frogmen turned around, waved, and got back inside their craft. That, bro, yeah. So if you guys are wondering, that's USO, Richard Dolan. It's a, I gotta tell you, it's a heavy book. It's a heavy book. It's like a 10-hour read. It's not for the I really advise you use audio to listen, because it's a deep read. But if you guys have been here this far, man, thank you for being here. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Thank you for the likes, the comments. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, Mario Brothers, right? Mario's flying around like a craft, alien craft. So funny. But if you've been here this far, you are disclosure.
What you know about rolling with the grays and the fleet? When your mind goes blank, got abducted in your sleep. When these humans talk too much, reptilians take a seat. Yeah, I feel like a hybrid in the deep elite. What you know about flying in a plasma stream? When your brain gets zapped, it's the cosmic beam. When the humanoids show up, everything gets serene. I feel like an envoy in a starship dream. She say that I'm weird, damn straight. I'm like, you ain't seen the sphere. I believe in UAPs, don't believe your Earth TV. She keep playing me close, but I'm watching from close. Y'all don't really know my intel. Let me beam me the truth like Roswell. Floating out in the craft, no fuel, we just bending math. See that light and move so fast. See my soul ain't stuck in past. Didn't know which form I'd wear, gray or blue with a reptile stare. Frequency up, feel that surge. I'll ascend this realm full purge. Let's decode this line for a second. I'm awake, even if they don't believe I vibrate. No fake, everything I do is kinetic. I don't need text, telepathic, magnetic. Put this scene in a fast IA and denial everything that I say. Man, I seen through the trial, let me elevate. I'm starseed rank, have you flown on a disc? Blah, 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 blah. Both minds connected, say let me link. I've been going light years round, call that sync galactic. Pass the pro, back in control. Swimming through the stars with a crystal soul. Want a piece of this, a piece of mind. Look beyond the veil, leave Earth behind. They say that I'm too far gone, but you can't stop truth that's strong. Please don't waste my contact bond. But you know